A slut is a person who has sex more than like what society says they should.
I personally define the word slut as someone who expresses their disapproval of one's sexual promiscuity.
How I define a slut is a word people use, guys, girls, they use as a judgment on someone's sexuality, and you don't have to have had sex with a lot of people to be called a slut. You could have sex with one person and can be considered a slut by somebody because that is such a quick, hateful go-to, just like calling somebody fat.
Oh, the word slut. I guess if I had to give a definition of what people think a slut is someone who is sexually promiscuous, and a lot of times it is attached to women because society says that when men hook up with a lot of women, they're a stud, and when women hook up with a lot of dudes, they're a slut.
Sex is just a battle, man, every day. It's just, am I gonna get hard today? Is today the day? So.
I have a lot of friends who have casual sex with lots of different women. If I do that, I will have emotions connected to each one of those individuals.
I prefer it the most in a monogamous relationship because I feel like you could kind of learn and grow sexually with the person.
My views on sex are pretty relaxed, and when I went to Europe, I actually found that a lot of people felt the same way that I do. You know, you don't necessarily have to be in love to have sex. Sex is a natural thing. Sex is an awesome thing. Who cares about what anyone else has to say? They're not in bed with you.
When it comes to telling your significant other how many sex partners you've had, I don't find it necessary unless your significant other asks you.
Honestly, in my adult life, I don't really have people asking me how many people I've had sex with. I haven't had that question since I was in college, and that's because it's kind of a juvenile question.
Yeah, I don't have a list. I don't have a number. I just think it's kind of douchey to kind of keep track of who you've had sex with. It's not like a passport. You shouldn't have a passport of who you've had sex with.
I don't want to know about how many people that you've been with. I want to know how I feel about you right now and that you're clean. So as long as you're clean, I don't really care. None of that matters. This question, the would I want my partner to lie, does not apply to me because I would never ask.
I do not support lying in relationships under any condition.
I wouldn't want to be lied to about that. You know, you can lie to me about my looks and tell me that you think I'm moderately okay looking, and not really think that I am. I could live with that.
No, I mean, if they know, they should tell me. It wouldn't bother me. If it was like 100 people, it wouldn't bother me.
I think society tends to shame women over men just due to old mentality, that old traditional gender roles where women are to be subservient.
Society in general says that like men are these pigs that, oh, they're just gonna like have sex and that's all they care about. And then when they do that, everybody's just like, oh, it's men, that's what they do. But society tells women that they're these special princesses, and when they don't live up to that expectation, then, you know, when they're not these pure, innocent beings, people like look down on them.
Women in society are looked upon as being less sexual, that men are the dominators, the aggressors, the instigators. They are the ones with the high sex drive.
I think it's a power thing. Women having power over something I think it scares society still, unfortunately.
And any woman who expresses sexual promiscuity, wanting to have sex for fun, is shamed upon because it's not quote-unquote natural. Of course, you and me both know that's entirely bullshit, but it is something that I commonly see, whether it be on YouTube or the internet, is people perpetuating that women don't want to have sex.
The thing is, we're just animals. Like, everybody is an animal. We're all driven to have sex biologically. But when women have sex, we're like, oh, what are you doing? You can't have sex. You're this angel that we manufactured. And we, like, when the facade is broken, we call them sluts because they're not what they're supposed to be.
It not only stereotypes women and makes them out to be people who can't express themselves the way they want to, but it also represses their personal freedom, which can have effects on them psychologically.
The current system makes men seem like these simple, dumb creatures, and it forces women to either be called sluts or suppress their natural urges.
If they want to sleep with 100 people, it's their prerogative. It's kind of like the argument that like gay people shouldn't be allowed to get married. What the hell difference does it make to you?
Women and men should always have the freedom to be able to express themselves, their sexuality, their promiscuity, their interests, their passions, their hobbies, in any way that they see fit, as long as it doesn't harm someone, without fear of judgment, but most of all, shaming them for being who they are.
So please, before any of you pass judgment on anybody else or call them a slut or any of that stuff, why don't you focus upon yourself and how you can make yourself a better person and stay out of anyone else's business. As long as nobody gets hurt, I don't understand what the issue is here.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and share it everywhere. This is the second video in a series of 3 that I'm doing on the same topic, so make sure you stay tuned to see the last video and click here if you want to see the previous video where the women give the answers. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and a special thanks to the 4 lovely gentlemen that took part in this video. If you want to see their channels, then subscribe. All their links are in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!